So much of the male loneliness epidemic boils down to the fact that a lot of men just don't like women. They don't find them interesting. They don't enjoy being around them. They want to have a girlfriend in the abstract, but their lives are otherwise entirely homosocial. Damn. So much for the gay agenda. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's because for the longest time, men were told, go out, gather, hunt. When you come, you will get wife. It's your birthright. You deserve. And then we started to pivot from a society where women were possession and property to a space where you actually had to get to know women, had to connect with them, had to actually have some level of, I guess, emotional understanding of them, which changed things entirely because it was no longer woman, look, property, meat. And women go, oh my God, he, big man, big hunter. No, it changed from that. And that was hard for a lot of men to understand. Because then you bring it down to this generation where you start to glamorize things like the high value and the alpha man. And all of a sudden, things start to pivot. Women start to say, oh, that's not what a real man is. You don't understand that these guys have spent the last 10, 15, 20 years of their lives pursuing careers, pursuing things, pursuing possessions, pursuing so much just to make sure that when they showed up for their queen, the queen just picked them based on whatever big fish they had in the picture. Picking up the puns I'm putting out here, you know? But now they show up and they're like, no, Aaron, Pierre, that's not Mufasa. You know, I understand the pain of these men because ultimately they were promised a dream that never came to pass, like most Americans. Men are gonna have to normalize relating with women and other subjects besides dating. And it's gonna start with things like friendship. I know it's shocking to you because people make fun of the fact that I have best friends who are women all the time and say things like men and women can't be friends. And that is the beginning of madness. So you need to understand if we're ever going to, it's a gradual process. It's not going to happen overnight. Men are going to have to change, but in generations, and that's just how long things take. I know this generation always wants things overnight, but it's going to take generations. I promise you, especially at large. Yes. And, you know, these small changes are going to have to teach men that, you know, women are partners, not, you know, an integral parts, not accessories. And same goes for women, actually, because a lot of you bond with men just strictly based on romantic things, not based on their interests or their day-to-day lives. I've seen it. I've been through it. I know it. Like, this is not a time for us to cop please. This is a rampant, like, you know, epidemic for all of us, men and women. This is the first time in generations where we are being required, because technology has made things easier, we're being required to look at ourselves and really understand each other and really come through for each other and really speak to each other. It's going to be tough. We're not going to get every angle right, but you have to try.